and welcome back to Ottawa Experts. I'm Moira with my guest Stephanie. So if you're just joining us, we've been having some great conversation about mindfulness and increasing intuition to help you get unstuck, to get rid of that stress. So actually I just wanted to touch, we had a question in our last segment about how to distinguish inner voice from ego, and that was from John, and I just wanted to say, John, I hope we answered your question. So, because we both enjoyed that question. So, to wrap up our conversation, I wanted to talk a wee bit about, we've talked about all the different aspects that we're both really passionate about affirmations and positive thinking and waking up intuition. So, we wanted to share with you a wee bit about a workshop that we are going to be hosting on, is it
Saturday, November 9th.
November 9th, called Indulge Your Intuition. So our intention is to actually do a one-day immersion style workshop to really, we're going to do different types of energy clearing and energy healing, and then actually teach how to read oracle cards or angel cards or things like that. So I'm really excited about this.
I am so excited about this. I do something similar with the psychic attunement workshops, but this is going to be a full day, and we're partnering, and so I'm so excited because we can bounce off each other, and I'm excited to help people with the activities, the practice activities.
I know, I've been really excited too about when we were putting it together, what we're going to do, because that's something, I don't know about you, but that's something that I find is really powerful to help people awaken their intuition, is when you're doing it with a group. And it's almost like you're given permission to actually really feel, and not be thinking, oh my God, am I doing this right? Am I doing it wrong?
Well, because you get validated.
Precisely.
Because when you practice with each other, because we'll be doing the clairvoyance, clairsentience, clairaudience, and teaching people how to hear, see, and feel intuitively, and you'll see which one you're stronger in, because some people don't see, they just hear or they just feel. So it's really important to practice that so that people can be able to go on. If they want to use it for themselves, that's great, but they can go on and help more people.
Absolutely.
By opening up their own their clairs, their clairvoyance, clairsentience, clairaudience. So it's really exciting because the workshop, you don't realize how much you have, how much you know your intuition until you practice it.
Exactly.
Because how often do we actually do readings on each other? Not very often. Well,
I do.
You do. And I do it for fun, but no, I'm so excited because it's so much fun to work with people and see the amazement in,
I know.
Oh my goodness, how did I know that?
Exactly. That's why I'm so excited about doing this, because I've, even in Reiki workshops, I've seen, witnessed stuff like that before, where people are like, oh my gosh, I felt this, or I knew this, or, and so my whole intention here with this is to actually help people hands-on and feel it, but then actually we're actually doing a few attunements to actually help them in, that's actually right in this. So I'm really excited about that.
And the power of the group Reiki healing, having everybody experience things on their own and then sharing. And then, it's so much fun to be in a group of like-minded people. Because sometimes when people are exploring their real selves, they can kind of feel a little isolated because they've been accustomed to being who everybody else thinks they should be. So they start to rediscover themselves, and they could tend to feel really alone. Like I'm just kind of getting to know myself, and I don't know if I really want to continue with this group, or because some friendships you kind of see them as toxic. Is this serving me anymore? And you just sort of kind of venture off into your own path. And for me, I felt alone at the beginning of it all. I started that in my early 20s, this self-discovery, and just seeing the shift. I saw friendships kind of shift, but it was all positive because I was opening up doors to meet new people that really make me feel enlightened. Hanging out with higher vibrational people.
Good for you.
And it's so much fun because you're like, there they are.
And
Where
there
have you
they
been
are,
all my life?
But don't you feel like that calls on a level of trust? Because I know for myself, I've gone through times of being very like, oh my gosh, I'm really on the peripheral here. I don't belong or line up with anything. But I think the one thing that's really important is to feel comfortable with yourself and trust that that right group of like-minded people is there. It's just maybe tomorrow or next week. Yeah. But to always have your radar out for it, to allow yourself to be drawn, because your intuition does actually guide you along this path.
Well, and our fears can prevent us from meeting these people because, you know, we don't want to put ourselves out there. But yeah, I found, and you know, I started this self-discovery, and then I moved away to Brockville, and I was, you know, where are the people that understand this kind of thing? You know, you can feel alone, but you know, it just shifts, and the more you open your awareness and open your heart to, you know, doing this kind of work and just being there for the right kinds of people, it just falls into place.
It happens. Do you know what's really funny in my own life, and every so often I have to stop and do a wee bit of an inventory and kind of look at who I am, what I've done, what I'm doing, kind of thing, and go, wow, you know, if I'd been told 5 years ago that this is where I was going to be at, I would not have believed it. But it's so to me it is that whole thing of doing one step and one step and one step and one step, and then every so often stand up and kind of look at from the treetop and get a better vantage point.
So it's great that we'll do this in a group setting, you know, because everyone can bounce ideas off each other and feed off that energy.
Absolutely.
It'll be so powerful, you know, at a bed and breakfast, it's a cozy atmosphere.
I know, it's going to be awesome. It's going to be awesome. There's information on both of our websites about that workshop if you're interested in more. The other thing that I wanted to touch on before we finish up this evening is that Stephanie does a service of at-home retreat parties, which is actually why we started working together in the first place, I believe.
And I was guided to you. I asked a contact of mine, tell me someone who does readings, and he gave me 3 different names, and I looked you all up, and I knew right away I needed to connect with you.
And here we are.
And here we are. And so what it is it's mostly women, I've found. Sometimes husbands kind of come in and get some services, and that's totally okay. But it's mostly women, you know, just gathering at one of their homes. So that would be the host. And she would just put out a message out to her friends. I have all of these relaxing and fun services coming to my home. Which ones would you like to choose? And so they tell me ahead of time. I get my retreat team together, which usually includes you that does readings, someone who does massage, maybe facials. I do Reiki and reflexology, and you know, there's a couple of different services they have to choose from, and they can pick whatever they want, and they only pay for what they want. But the best part about that, we don't bring any products. It's not like that kind of home party, you know, where you have to buy products and stuff like that.
Good,
It's just we set up in different rooms throughout your house, and everyone gets the services that they wanted, and in between services they're chatting with their friends. They're having some wine, having some snacks, and they're in a cozy, peaceful atmosphere. So, you know, it's a new kind of party that their friends will benefit from, because you're getting pampered and you're hanging out with your friends at the same time. And it's not, you know, when you go to a spa, sometimes there's strangers around, and you have to be really quiet, and it's a different environment. So doing it at somebody's home is so fun at the same time as relaxing, because when you come out of a service, if you're feeling emotional or if you want to talk about your reading and you're all excited about it, you have all your friends there. It's so much fun, and it's organic networking. I find, you know, it's the type of networking that I love to do, because we go there and we meet, you know, 5 to 35. I've done parties at 35 people, and we get to meet all of these people, and they're all excited about what we do. And you know, and then sometimes somebody from that party decides they want to have a party too with a different group of friends, or for a bachelorette party or baby shower. You know.
No, I think they're an absolute awesome idea. I've thoroughly enjoyed the people that I've met.
It's been a lot of fun.
All of them, I think it's, you know, because like you said, it's almost like you get to create more of a sacred experience, because it's in your home, and I love the fact that I've always been just given like a quiet little room, because you know, when I'm doing readings, oftentimes I'm going to hit on stuff that is a bit tough for people, and so it's nice that they get to do that, and then like you say, to know that person is now going to go downstairs and discuss it, and be comforted and by our friends and stuff like that is brilliant. Yeah. And so you cover quite a large area for those.
I haven't said no really to any location yet. So I've done in Elmer and beyond. Because I'm from Quebec originally, I have a lot of contacts there, and there's this one group of girls that get together, you know, during hunting season while all the guys are gone, and you know, there's this one girl who hosts parties at all her different friends' house because hers isn't big enough to have everybody over. So it's just, we've gone, you know, from Brockville to Ottawa to Arnprior, all over, and I have people that I pull from, you know, someone who does readings in Kingston that can go to Brockville, and you've come close to Brockville even.
I have, yeah.
But, you know.
So that's all we have time for. So thank you so much, Stephanie. It has been my pleasure. I hope to hear from you soon.